Hey guys, Laranja here. So we're leaving our car there. And we're going in a Range Rover Sport.
Yeah. Right, so again, oh, definitely, right?
Got our sit at the back.
I thought I had the wrong key, but I haven't. You think there's a big difference between the Sport and the Range Rover?
No, the off-road kit and everything else is
Put on the
exactly the same.
seatbelt.
Right, okay. And I mean that's basically our bridge, the off-road kit. Okay.
Oh, it's seats
Right,
only.
well, I'm going to show you what the Sport can do. Your Range Rover will do exactly the same.
Okay.
Okay, so no matter what we do this afternoon, your car will do exactly the same.
Okay,
all
brilliant.
of them will do exactly the same. The only difference between the Evoque and the Discovery Sport is the fact of their ground clearance, that's all.
Right.
That's the only difference. That's the only thing that affects them, is their ground clearance. Okay?
Okay, cool.
Right. And you've got everything in the same place, except we've got a lever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do that if I want to. Yeah. And I can also use the paddles. Okay, what we'll go into drive. And we'll just have a little potter off. But I'm going to give you a demo and just talk you through various things. Now we do have one or two lights on our dashboard, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Because we change wheels and all sorts of things. We don't sometimes rejig the whole tyre pressure monitoring system and things like that. So let's just check that I've got a radio here. Yes, I have.
So Land Rover own this, or do they rent it from farmer?
It's a franchise. Farmer owns it.
Oh, franchise.
Yes, this was a dairy farm.
Right. All right.
Andrew was a dairy farmer many years ago, getting less than about 6 pence a litre.
Yeah.
So he decided he owned the woods, so he opened up an off-road driving course.
Cool.
And he went to Land Rover, did all his courses,
Yeah.
and learned all about it. Then when Land Rover decided a couple of years later to open up the experience centres, they obviously approached Andrew because he owns the land and everything else. And
Yeah.
they sat down and negotiated it to see over a franchise, and he said okay. So he got rid of the cattle, and that was 15 years ago.
Really? Wow.
And you know, I mean, I've been here part-time 14 years now.
Have you? You enjoy it?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, you obviously, I mean, I'm getting on a bit now, so you struggle a little bit with the technology. It takes me longer to get my head around some of it, you know? That's just an age thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know the feeling. That's all. So it
I
must
mean,
be.
you get the kids, I mean, we've got a couple of our 3 younger instructors, you know what I mean? They can go online, oh yes,
Yeah.
and know what it is straight away,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, because they've been brought up with technology.
Yeah,
I tell you
it's
what's
different.
good. I have downloaded the app, and that's quite good. 'Cause we were in a meeting, weren't we, John, a few weeks ago? It was freezing cold, and I was able to
Yeah.
switch on the heating from
Oh,
the
yeah,
iPhone.
brilliant.
And I thought, you know, and,
Yeah, it was.
and also
That's when it
yeah.
becomes,
I was in Thailand, and my wife couldn't remember if it was locked, so I was able to lock it from Thailand.
yeah.
You know?
Oh, great. Right. I'm going to take you through the 5 elements. There's a Range Rover. That's the new 17 model.
Okay. Is it
All
very
right.
different to ours?
It's got the Pro 10-inch screen in
Right.
Control Pro and In Control Connect, and oh, Christ, I've got to sit down and read that thing. Well, they've got it in that one now, so I'll have to read it, but we've also got the new Discovery 5, all new Discovery coming,
Right.
which is full of stuff, so if the boss turns around and says, right, we're getting new Discovery next week, that's when I'll go online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And start reading.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, it's no good me reading it now, because if I read it now, I'll forget about it.
Yeah.
Right, now this is probably the most dangerous manoeuvre you'll ever do off-road.
Okay.
Okay? So, a few little tips. Firstly, if I'd never been here before, I'd get out and walk across.
Yeah.
Have a look. I want to see if there's any big holes, any tree roots sticking up, anything that might accentuate my lane. Okay? Because we might have no choice, we might have to go this way.
Yeah.
I mean, the golden rule would be is if I can go the easy way, I'll go the easy way.
Yeah.
But I've satisfied myself that everything's all right. Go back in the car. Now, how's the car? Well, I've got a roof rack on with 100 kilos on the top. Oh, I want a low centre of gravity. So I'm going to leave it in standard. I'm going to leave it in normal road height.
Yep.
Okay. I could actually go down to access height if I needed to, but I'll leave it in standard road height. I'm going to leave it in high range. But what I am going to do is I'm going to select the gearbox. I'm going to go to first gear.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that gives me that little bit more control. Now, I'm going to drive across here. Two things I'm going to notice. A, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my left-hand wheels, i.e. that side of the car, in the lowest point. Because if I'm in the lowest point, I can't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I can't slide sideways.
Right.
So if I look at the hill and, oh, down it comes and then it looks like it like that there. And then, and something I emphasise to people, you drive a car with your eyes, nothing else. So you want to look where you want to go. So I'll pick a point in the distance.
Oh, here comes Billy Range Rover. We're just going to go up the concrete ramp in the lower field. Out.
I'm looking at the old bashing post in the corner there because it's right in the middle of my line. It's in the middle of the bonnet. And let's go and drive it.
Could you open the window?
Say again?
Is he allowed to open the windows?
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're all right. We're not in the woods yet, so we're not going to get attacked by the brambles.
Wow.
We're still looking at,
Wow. Yeah.
at the post basher, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and my steering wheel is perfectly straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Now what happens is,
Oh
when you
my
get
gosh.
yourself in this
Oh
position,
my gosh.
there's a great tendency to lean uphill.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you're
Dying.
driving, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because your brain turns around and says, oi, I want to be vertical. I'm
Yeah.
not used to driving it like
Yeah.
that. I, want to be,
Yeah.
I don't walk along the road like this. So you sit up. The great fear of that when you sit up is you will steer uphill and you don't want to do that. You don't want to put a pivot point on this lower wheel.
Right.
Because if you weren't in the lowest point, there's a possibility you could slide sideways. Simple as
Right.
that. Okay.
See, can I, sorry, just, so you've gone into first gear.
First gear.
And what else have you done? Nothing else?
Nothing.
It feels weird.
Blimey.
Done it.
Nothing else. We're in standard road mode,
Yeah.
auto or whatever.
Jeez, I'd have submarine mode on the way now.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I'm
amazing,
looking-
isn't it?
It is amazing. Yeah.
I'm just looking at the old post basher.
Yeah. You're still focused.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still focused on
Yeah.
that. That's where I'm going.
Steering wheel straight.
The steering wheel's perfectly straight. Oh, I want to go that way just a little bit more, right? Okay.
Wow.
But you see, your brain will take you there.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of people get totally confused.
Yeah.
The subconscious is a wonderful thing.
That was pretty neat.
That's
It's
amazing.
the old argument that you can walk along the cliff top and you can look over the top and go, oh my God, look at that down there. You will find yourself walking away from it because your brain protects you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does it automatically. It will take you away. Right, every vehicle has an approach angle, a ramp angle and a departure angle. Basically, I know if I get my wheels to the bottom of the hill without my bumper touching, I can climb it.
Yeah.
What I've got to remember is if I get 3/4 of the way up and fail to get to the top and have to reverse back down, my departure angle then becomes my approach angle. Most people with big old Land Rovers and Defenders put nice big tow bars on. And they make a lovely plough on the way back down when you get it wrong, so just be aware of it.
Right.
Your ramp angle, which is dead centre between your two axles. Basically, a very steep up and down. If your front wheels get up and down before your back wheels get up there, you're
Yeah.
going to become a seesaw.
Right.
So what I always advise people, again, if there's any doubt in your mind, always try to cross it close to a 45-degree angle on the nearest damn it, okay?
Right.
Because what you're doing then is, you're not driving up and down, what you're doing is you're rolling over sideways. If you look, the distance between your two wheels on the front axle is far less than the distance between
Yeah.
the back and the front
Yeah,
of the vehicle.
Yeah.
okay?
Right.
Yeah.
So now I'm off-road, I always put my hill descent on. No matter what I do, my hill descent on, okay? Because that's going to save me any issues.
Okay.
Now, right.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not doing anything, feet away from the pedals, hill descent's got hold of me. We're doing
It's
about
doing
4
it
miles
itself,
an hour,
yeah.
you know?
Right.
Right, another thing I do when I'm off-road as well, gents, is I'll lower my wing mirrors so I can see my rear windows. When I'm bashing around the field or I'm going up back at old farm tracks, I might only be doing 5 miles an hour. But the last thing I want is I want a puncture. Now, off-road, the worst place you're going to get a puncture is the side wall of the tyre. What were your tyres that thick, the side wall's only that thick.
Yeah. Right.
So we're driving along here and I start rubbing up against a bank here because I'm rubbing up against the road. And there's a piece of flint or a piece of tree root sticking out. Whoop! Opens the tyre. Okay. Not very conducive. These tyres are not cheap. So by having them down, I can see exactly where I'm positioned on the track, and you will see how that comes into play. Right now, please note the wonderful turning circle on the Defender, as you've already got one as well.
Yeah. Yes, I've done many a roundabout in 6.
Love it. Bless the old Defender.
Yeah, it looks great, that one.
I spent 9 months in Somalia with a Series 2A when I was in Africa. And do you know what? That car went everywhere.
Did it? Yeah.
It was in 1960, I think. I was a 59 or 60 when they first put the Series 2s in.
So is that, sorry, you were in the oil business?
Yeah, I used to work for an offshore navigation company.
Okay.
I used to move oil rigs about first off, and then Decker developed the sat-nav.
Yeah.
So we had negotiations with our boss, and we said we'd trial it in the field. We trialled it in the field for 3 years before they put it on the market, the JNR system. So I was in Africa, opposite Namibia, South America, and we didn't change. So I do one job in Africa and he one job in South America, then we change over.
Did you? Do you like South America?
Yes.
You a cigar smoker?
Sorry?
Are you a cigar smoker?
I used to be.
Yeah,
I
that's
used
why I
to be
want
a
to
pipe
go.
smoker.
Oh, did you?
I smoked a pipe for 50 years.
Wow, we like our cigars, don't we,
Yeah,
John?
we do like cigars.
We haven't got to South America yet.
Oh.
Because my wife's got a bit of a ban on it.
Yeah,
She's not sure I'll come back with me, best mate.
Right, we're going to climb up this hill here. Right now, we could probably go up in high range. But I'll be using a lot of throttle. I'll be flying at it, okay?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage low range. So I go to neutral, push the mountain, it flashes. Oh, look at it go. Back into drive, kick it back into sports mode. Because I've selected low range, it's starting to raise it to off-road height.
Right.
Because
Okay.
it's
It's
taking
going
low
up,
range,
yeah.
I'm going, oh, I'm off-road. Because you would never use low range on a high grip surface.
Right.
So
Right,
I've gone up,
okay.
off-road
Yeah.
height, no problem at all. But once I've engaged low range, I will select second gear.
Okay.
It's the only time I will use first gear in low range is if I'm going downhill.
Okay. And
Okay,
you,
so I can see my mirrors exactly where I'm positioned, right, okay. A lot of people get extremely nervous when they've got to climb up a ramp like this. Pick a point in the distance. I can see something right in front of me that I'm happy to drive on, whether it's a gap in a tree, whether it's a branch, or whatever. If I see that when we come down, I know I'm in a straight line.
yeah, right.
Right. I know you will find the parking sensors are quite popular up here for taking off. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Go.
Wow.
Go.
Wow. Yeah.
If I get to here and stop. Right, you have another feature, because you're an auto, you have something called Hill Start Assist.
Right.
So this vehicle is over 15 degrees angle.
Right.
Right, so what happens is that your handbrake or the vehicle's brakes will stay engaged for at least 3 seconds while I go from the foot brake to the accelerator.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
To stop the vehicle rolling back. So I'm quite firm on the old foot brake. So I've told the car, it's measured the angle, great, okay. I go from that onto the accelerator, accelerate,
Right.
no roll. Okay. Let's go for a swing. Right, you've got a weight in depth on this of 700 mil.
Okay, you see it on the
Okay,
screen now,
yeah.
look.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
There
right.
we
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Oh, look at this, we're in the diff. Oh, no.
Right, yeah.
Right, now, low range going through water all the time, no problem at all. Get it into low range. Look at the torque we're producing.
Yeah.
I'm not accelerating at all. I'm in second gear, right? We're in quite a depth of water. You probably see it in the mirror as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, look,
the
look at the
mirror
mirror there, Key. Look. See it? Wow.
Oh,
yeah.